What's going on, guys? Welcome to Etcetera State of Mind Podcast, Walk and Talk Edition. Today, we're going to talk about health and wealth. Not health is wealth, health and wealth. Okay? This is going to be a little bit different from the rest of my podcast because I'm usually sitting down in front of a microphone, but today I'm doing something different. Taking you on my cardio time, getting a podcast in on the same time. 2-for-1 special. Health and wealth. Look, guys, they trying to kill you. They trying to kill us. They trying to kill you. Okay? And when I say they, I'm talking about the health industry. Not the whole thing, but a good part of it is trying to kill you. The other thing is we have to do our part to figure out what we've been misinformed about. And the best way to do that is to listen to trustworthy sources, but not just listen to trustworthy sources, because that's our issue, is we just listen and we don't actually go and read, and we don't actually go and research, and we don't actually go and learn these things for ourselves and fact check these things for ourselves and try these things for ourselves. But we have to do those things that I just talked about. We got to go and learn for ourselves. So I tell people all the time, anything that I tell you, go back, figure it out for yourself, see if I'm telling you the truth. Don't just take my word for it. I want you to believe me, but I want you to believe in you by going and learning the same information that I told you. Okay? The health industry, the physical fitness industry is trying to kill you, man. I'm telling you. All these drugs, let's go back to the oldest thing like steroids and stuff like that. Everybody knows steroids will kill you. Everybody knows steroids isn't good for you. But guess what? There's still plenty of people till this day that take steroids. And they take steroids to look good. Okay? Now, I'm not talking about those steroids they give you at the hospital, the little steroid shots. But let me tell you something. I don't like those either. Okay? Because we don't need any of that mess to heal us. Quite frankly, we don't need any medicine to heal us. We got great options that heals us. First of all, God himself, Jesus specifically, the one and only. And then what God gave us, which is food. Food was meant to heal us. And guess what the health industry is doing? Because of them teaching us the wrong information, or them trying to make it hard to get the right information, or them making the bad stuff look good, or just completely just lying to our faces. The health industry, man, they take food and they just lie to us, man, and try to make us think that it's healthy. Again, part of that responsibility is on us. Part of that responsibility is on us. But a part of that responsibility is also on the health industry, because they could be doing a better job at teaching us. They could be doing a better job at making sure that these companies just can't lie to our faces the way they do. But they don't. Why? Because they want that wealth. They want that money. They want that money. Okay? So, again, food was meant to heal us. Food was meant to be a pleasure, and it was meant to heal, not harm, not kill, not give us diabetes, not make us obese, which creates so many other illnesses and diseases and leads to so many other things, high blood pressure and all this other stuff, right? No, it wasn't for that. Now, let me kind of back up just a little bit when it comes to the obesity part. Now that you know, with so many obese people in America, the number is way too high. Should not be that high at all. You know, especially for the way we complain and are unappreciative of stuff when there's plenty of people in the world, especially in America. Well, you know, where we complain and we do all this stuff, but there's plenty of other people in the world that don't have access to clean water and food the way we do. We should not be doing all that complaining, because we walking around here complaining, but we walking around here overweight. And I'm not being desensitized to the way, you know, to y'all feelings and stuff. I want to move with this conversation. Let me just say this too. I want this podcast to always not be coming out of judgment, but to come first with love, compassion, empathy. Okay, with every episode that I do. And I want y'all to remember that. Love, compassion, empathy. That's how I'm moving. That's how I'm speaking. That's what I'm speaking through, okay? So try not to take this personal. Now, I'll say this. If you feel some type of self-conviction, that has nothing to do with me. That's a self-conviction. That means that something that I said made you feel some type of way that made you say, dang, you know what, he right. I shouldn't be doing that, or whatever the case. Now, you can take that emotion and you can play the blame game and say, yeah, I ain't listening to this no more. He's making me feel some type of way. Or you can take that self-conviction and you can actually create you a life-changing experience that's going to bring you the change that you want, okay? I'm not here to condemn. And if you feel conviction, that's a good thing, because that means that you can take that feeling and you can say, you know what, I'm gonna make a change today. And that's all we want, okay? All right, let's continue. So when it comes to this obesity and us being obese and overweight, that falls on us, because even if we don't know exactly how to be healthy, one thing that we all have is common sense. And we should have enough common sense to know when to push back the plate. We should have enough common sense to know when we're gaining weight and say, hey, maybe I should do something about this, okay? Now, I know sometimes the reason why that happens is because the lack of what we know, okay? Which is still our responsibility. But don't get me wrong, the health industry, the physical fitness industry it really hasn't done us justice as teaching us as a people on what we actually should do. Instead, they teach us to go get surgery. Instead, they teach us to get on these drugs. Instead, they want you to drink these weight loss drinks. Instead, they want you to go get this Ozempic and all these other weight loss drugs. And don't get me wrong, does those surgeries work? Yes. Do the drugs work? Yes. Do the weight loss drinks work? Sometimes, yes. But here's the kicker, and I've talked about this before. It's not about if the drug works, okay? That's not what this is about. It's not about, oh, well, you know, I took that weight loss drink and that weight loss drink had me losing weight. Or I took that Ozempic and that Ozempic had me losing 30 pounds in 1 month. It's not about that, man. It's not about that. I talked about this before. It's about the type of weight that you lose. And it's also about how you lose the weight, okay? The type of weight that you lose, is super, super, super important. Super important, because the health industry has just been teaching us that we should lose weight. That's all the health industry teaches us. We should lose weight. You should lose weight. If you want to lose weight, come get this surgery. If you want to lose weight, come do this, come do that. Don't get me wrong. They talk about working out and all that. but they ain't really teaching y'all nothing. They're not teaching y'all how to heal y'all body naturally. They're not teaching y'all how to get your body naturally. They're just teaching you how to ship them some money so they can continue to build wealth off of your lack of knowledge. And that's what we got to change, man. Again, that responsibility is on us, okay? So if you're going and you're getting this, you're getting these different things, hey, it's your life, it's your body, and you can do exactly what you want. I'm just here to tell you about the consequences, okay, behind it. They tell you, but they don't tell you because the consequences ain't selling them the stuff, you know. It's the results afterwards. And all results they may seem good, but all results aren't as good as they seem, okay? So again, when it comes to this weight loss stuff, all these surgeries, all these pills and stuff, stop it, man. That stuff will go kill you. Because first of all, you're just losing weight, okay? And I know you think, oh, well, that's what I want. I just want to lose weight. Yes, but you want to lose a certain type of weight. You want to lose fat, okay? You don't want to lose muscle, okay? And, losing water weight, whatever. You know, that's gonna fluctuate all the time. You know, we ain't worried about that. But losing fat and muscle, you don't ever want to do that. You just want to lose fat, and that's it. And when you take these pills, when you take these drinks and this surgery, it's not doing that for you. You're losing weight, but you're losing muscle and fat. Oh, well, when I did the surgery, they just took the fat out. Okay, but how did you lose it? Again, that's important too. How did you lose it? Like, you haven't built any kind of discipline. You haven't put your body through any kind of training. You haven't done any of that. But all of a sudden, you 30, 40, 50 pounds lighter. Like, your body hasn't learned how to keep that fat off. So what do you think is going to happen? You're going to have those same bad eating habits. You're going to have that same bad drinking sodas and drinking too much alcohol. And you're going to have those same bad habits. And then you're going to get mad at the doctor when you gaining weight again. When the doctor, honestly, he did his job and made his money. Now, what he should have did was help you and put you in a position and put you with somebody that was going to teach you how to lose some weight. That's what he should have did. Even if you was going to get the surgery done, that's what he should have did. You know, that's what they should have did. But a lot of times that don't happen. Even if it does happen, like, a lot of times people just revert back because they lose some weight. Because I know for some surgeries, you got to lose a certain amount of weight. Y'all lose that weight, and as soon as y'all get that surgery, y'all revert right back to those same bad habits. It's because you haven't made that change up here. You haven't made that change up here first. You know, you haven't instilled those disciplines and those qualities to keep you where you want to be. Okay? Like I said, it's how you lose it too. Same thing with taking those diet pills and those weight loss shots and all that stuff, that Ozempic that's really popular now, people losing weight off of. Like, yeah, they losing it, but how are they losing it? They haven't trained their body and disciplined their bodies to keep that weight off. So they're gonna lose it, and then they're gonna have to go right back and get another shot to keep it off. Do some people have money like that to blow? Yes, but that doesn't mean that you should do it. And here's the other thing you gotta think about, man. Anytime you put that poison, because that's what you're doing, you're just putting poison inside of your body to make it do something unnatural. Yes, can your body lose weight naturally? Yes, but you're not doing it naturally. You're doing it in an unnatural way. So that's not natural. You know, anytime you put that poison in your body, it's going to affect your body in a negative way. Yeah, you might get some quote unquote positive action behind it at first, but in the long term and possibly in the short term, you're going to have some negative results from that. And part of that is, man, you shorten your lifespan. You know, if I ask you today, if you would take $1 million and you said yes, if I give you $1 million right now and you said yes, but then as soon as I give you that $1 million today, you gotta die, would you accept it? Now, most people, unless they just need some help mentally, are going to say, nah, I ain't taking that $1 million. If that's the case, that means your life is more important than money. And if your life is more important than money, then why are you spending money on stuff that kills you? You should be spending money on stuff that is going to help you prolong your life. You should be spending money on something that is going to naturally heal your body so you can continue to live longer and don't have to deal with the consequences from these unnatural things. Again, it's your body, and yes, you can do what you want. You're grown and you independent and you your own person with your own mind. And that's okay. But also be okay with the consequences of being grown and being independent and having your own mind and make your own decisions when you go and you do these unnatural things to lose this weight, and you do these unnatural things to try to be healthy, and you do these unnatural things to get that body. Just be okay with what comes after that. You hear people go and get these surgeries for their boobs and their butt, and next thing you know, that stuff is leaking in their bloodstream. And you hear these stories and you see it on social media of these people who went and got their butt done and went and got this done, and now they looking all bad built and they still don't like their body, so they go get more surgery and they still don't like their body, and now they looking like a Roblox character. Like you see all this stuff and hear it all the time. Like, don't think it can't be you. And you know what else is so funny to me, especially with these surgeries, even with this Ozempic. You go and you get that Ozempic, they tell you, you can't do this, you can't eat this, you don't do this, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Which is the same stuff, if you would have did that in the first place, you wouldn't have had to take that shot anyway. Just like with these surgeries, that you go get these weight loss surgery, you go get these whatever surgery, plastic surgery and stuff, and they tell you, you can't do this and you can't do that and you can't do this and you can't do that and you shouldn't do this. You got to start working out. You got to start eating right. You got to start eating better, which is the same stuff that you should have been doing anyway. And you know you should have been doing that anyway. You know you should have been cleaning up your diet. You know you should have been eating on a regular basis. You know you should have been working out more. You know you should have been doing your cardio. You know you should have been doing something to build some muscle. Like, you know all of this stuff. You went and got that fake stuff done, and now you got to go do the real world work. Well, guess what? It goes back to what I just said. Since you haven't built the discipline, since you haven't had any consistency with doing that stuff, and to train your body to move beyond what your thoughts is telling you, which is stop, give up, this is too much, right? What society is telling you, which is stop, give up, this is too much, take the easy way out. Instead of doing it the natural way, which takes just a little bit more effort, which takes just a little bit more time, guess what? You go get that stuff done, and then they tell you, hey, guess what? You got to go do this, which is something that you should have been doing in the first place, which would have gave you the same results, instead of better results, because it would have been more natural. It would have helped you last more longer, and you wouldn't have to deal with the consequences that you're going to have to deal with when you go and you get these shots, and you go and you take these drugs, and you go and you take these surgeries and do all that stuff. So again, not judging, just saying, if you go and you make the decision to do those things, then you have to be okay with what comes with it. You have to take that self-accountability, and you can't go and point the finger at this person and that person told you this and that person told you that. Like, take the self-accountability, take the responsibility, and be okay with what comes with the choice that you made. Again, I think a lot of what goes on in the health industry is just because the lack of what we know, the misinformation that we get a lot of misinformation, and there are people out here that are speaking truth. There are people out here that are sharing real knowledge. But again, listen to what they're saying, but go see for yourself. It's all this information is out here for free. All you gotta do is take a little time, take a little time, do your research, and I'm telling you, all that knowledge on how to be healthy naturally, how to heal your body naturally. Like it's all gonna come together. It's all gonna make sense. It's all gonna be in alignment, I promise you. Okay? So, okay, I got a few minutes left, y'all. But yeah, like, I'm telling y'all, man, don't think that you can't get the body you want naturally. You can. It's just gonna take a little patience, a little time, discipline, and the main thing is consistency. I say this all the time to people. Whatever you do, whatever you practice, you get good at. Even if you practice in doing nothing. Even if you practice in, good things or bad things. Whatever you practice, you're gonna get good at. So practice good habits, practice good eating habits, practice good workout habits, practice being consistent. Look, guys, when I train people, one thing that I try to get everybody that I train to focus on, depending on their fitness level and where they're at, especially with the beginners and the people who don't know where to start and stuff like that, more specifically to them, I try to get them to focus on a few things first. First is giving themselves some grace. The other thing is being patient. And pretty much what I just talked about, being consistent, okay? Doing the small, simple things that you can control. I tell them to do that first, like sleeping. A lot of people give me, oh, I can't get enough hours of sleep. Okay, well, if you telling me that you only can get 6 hours of sleep, well, consistently get 6 hours of sleep instead of 6 hours this day, 4 hours that day, 3 hours this day, 5 hours. No, make sure that you discipline your schedule and you discipline yourself to get those 6 hours of sleep, right? Or if they say, oh, well, I don't know what to eat. Okay, well, be consistent when you eat and how much time of the day you eat. Because I tell people this all the time. They be like, so you telling me if I eat more meals, then I can lose weight? I ain't necessarily saying that, but the science behind it is if you eat at more regular increments, then it's going to help your metabolism stay at a consistent speed because you're consistently giving your body energy, and you're consistently giving your body something to digest at regular increments with smaller portions, which in the long term, and depending on how big you is in the short term, you're going to see some fat start to shed off. You're going to see some weight loss, okay? So, my bad, y'all. Yeah, you're going to start to see some weight loss. You don't believe me? Go watch 600 Pound Life. Look at good old friend, Dr. Now. And every time he puts them on a diet, every single time he gives them the diet where they eat like 4 or 5 times out of the day, but it's small portions. You go and look at their plate of what he had them eat, it's small portions with some healthy ingredients, and they start dropping. When they do it, they start dropping it. When they do it consistently, they start dropping that weight. So yeah, it's those things. Sometimes I think we get overwhelmed with information overload about a lot of things in the health industry and the physical fitness industry, when a lot of times it's those simple basic things that we kind of already know about, that'll help us be a good start to help us get to where we want to be. So yeah, guys, look, if you want more knowledge about what I'm talking about, if you want something to look at, more information, you can go to my website, etceterabiz.com, and you can go and you can grab my ebook that I have. I'm also working on another ebook I actually think is just about complete, that I'm gonna put out, that's gonna teach you how to read nutrition labels, exactly how to read it, where to start, what those different ingredients means. And part of that, some of that about the ingredients is in that ebook, but the nutrition thing is really gonna teach you about how to read a nutrition label, how to understand it. Because I think a lot of people, they just say, oh, I'm gonna look at this, I'm gonna look at this, I'm gonna look at that, because that's what the majority has now been trying to push out there. But it's more to a label, a food label than what you think. I always tell people this too. Anytime you look at something, when it comes to food, you know, a lot of they know people look at something and then they say, oh, that's healthy. How you know if something healthy if you just looking at what's on the front? You always got to remember this. The front is for your entertainment. It's to amaze you, it's to eye you, and it's to make you think and believe that this is what it is. But the back, where that nutrition label is for information. It's for facts. If you look at some nutrition labels, it literally says nutrition facts. It's for facts and information, okay? Now, I will say this, on some of those nutrition labels, they still can lie about some things. But you generally get most of what you need to know. And when you learn how to read nutrition labels, you learn how to spot the lies, okay? So, again, the front is for your amusement, entertainment, to eye you, to woo you, and to make you think and believe that this is exactly what you want and what you need. But the back is for the real information. I'm sorry, guys, that keep happening. The back is for the real information, okay? So, yeah, guys, you know, go to my website, check out the ebook. That nutrition label thing is going to be up soon. So be sure to grab a copy of that too. If you want to train with me online or in person, if you're in around the in the Texas area, more specifically the Austin, Texas area, look, just shoot me a DM. Go on my website, put in your information, and I'll get back with you. You can fill out a health questionnaire form that'll ask you a series of questions just about where you're at and where you're trying to get to, stuff like that. Fill that out, and I'll get back with you. I have programs and meal guides on there. You know, I got to do my own shameless plug. This is my podcast, so, you know, got to throw myself out there. But yeah, guys, take care of yourselves. Hey, be sure to comment, man. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know what you want to hear more about. Let me know what you want me to go more in detail. This was just kind of a general conversation here, but let me know what you want me to go in more in detail about. Let me know what you want to hear more about. You know, this is Etcetera State of Mind podcast where I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. And that's what I'm going to talk about. So today it was on the health subject. You know, so yeah, look, guys, take care of yourself. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up and ask. I'll give you the information for free because I care more about bringing you guys value than I care about taking your money. Don't get me wrong, the money would be nice. Supporting me would be nice, and I'm going to be so grateful and appreciative of it. But I still want you guys to be healthy by all means, okay? So with that said, guys, this is Etcetera State of Mind podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to follow, be sure to subscribe, be sure to like, be sure to go to my website, etceterabiz.com. Be sure to do all those things. Support your boy. You can even donate on the website if you don't know, you know, exactly what to do or where to put your money. You can donate if you want to. Again, I appreciate you guys. I love you all. I thank you all for your understanding. I hope that you took this first with love. I hope that you felt that this came out of a place of passion and compassion. And yeah, guys, I'm praying for y'all. Godspeed. God bless y'all. And y'all have a wonderful day. I'm out. Holla.